Hello and welcome to episode 247 of Final Fantasy XIV. This is going to be the first official episode of YouTube. The other episode 246, which I posted, that I'm going to show them eventually as all content before this episode of what I'm doing right now. The topic of this episode is going to be practice. Well, I have hit the end story. I got way to the end, except for the Palace of the Dead. That for next episode, viewers. Palace of the Dead will be next episode. That's to be sure. That's to be sure. Now I'm going to talk about practice, for certain reason. So. Anyway, the first thing is I improved my hot skill and as hotkeys, and trust me, it was not easy. Because first of all, muscle memory is very important. And you see, I modify my keys. As you see, there's so many keys, and that is without cross ability, which I'm going to talk about that too. I do not have any cross ability yet, but this is all my stuff. You see, I'm Pattern, and Pattern learn all the Conqueror, the Healer, and the Water. Oh, see, mess that up. Am I? So, this one right here, he learned all the bit of the water, which I didn't have, and all of the Conqueror. So I probably need to level up that if I want to. Well, if I want to have God skill. So I haven't learned all my class, so. So I changed the hotkeys to improve my skill, because ideally you want to be all those keys you want to be using one hand. Yeah, my right hand had to be at the mouse at all time. Yeah, I can't normally I can't stop like this and press that. I can't stop. I can't use my right hand to press 6. I can't use my right hand with cheer up. That won't do. Have to use one hand. You got to be. I'm using Shift 2 and I am moving with my mouse and my movement key. I had to be able for that. Not very easy, but I had to be capable. And boy, it's very useful. It pay off. Especially my last raid. Especially my last one. Yeah, I done the Alexander, the Sword Creator. That was the last. Actually, that was the final content I had done up to this. It was hard, but my hotkey saved me very well, and I completed this. I actually watched a video, and I had beaten that one. Because first of all, I never done this before, I still react fast enough, use my knowledge, got used to it, and I was using my keys pretty fast. Yeah, I use my cooldown, no problem. See, I can know the letter. I would press V and Z, like this and that. That's how fast. Because a few years before then, like, it was pretty much all over the place. I know I have this at 0, and in order to activate this, I had to use my right hand to press 0 to activate this. It get messy. and it does improve my uses by moving. Super useful. But you see, there is a part, believe it or not, it actually still gonna be tough because we got the crossability for the cooldown. I have to add in more cooldown, and those keys won't fit. So I have to add in more keys. I went for B, so I may have to even use T. I may have to stretch for Y, H, and M. Oh man, that is killing me. That is brutal. So it gets pretty tough. I have to optimize even further. But this worked pretty good. And speaking of Alexander, that was the last bit. So I have beaten that Alexander, and it is pretty. I like this better. The Eyes Creator is pretty cool. I like this one much. That one, this one is actually my least favorite, but I still like it. But I like this one. And I know the Savage. Oh man. Oh, someone told me this Savage is gonna be so hard. It's actually harder than this. It's harder than this synced. Yeah, Savage, no joke. So I'm not strong enough. So therefore, I'm not skillful enough to take on the Savage yet. So we are going to do some preparation for that. So my plan is pretty much I'm going to try to beat her at extreme mode. Now I already tried fighting her only once. Got to final phase. But because I didn't have enough practice doing it, although I react fast enough, I was reacting fast enough, and I managed to get the ads. I'm trying to get the ads right. But because I didn't have enough practice, I easily messed up a few times. There were some wipes because I didn't have enough practice in it. If I had practiced enough by like 10 times, she'd be a joke. And final phase, she's not too bad. So I told her off screen I'm gonna beat her. I beat her eventually. So I'm gonna practice this, and why I'm doing that off screen, I'm gonna show my next episode, which is going to be Palace of the Dead, the new Palace of the Dead. Now I'm not going to do hardcore one. We're going to do regular one, floor 51 to floor 100. Going to be regular. It's going to be regular playthrough, just a regular one. That's it. And there I can get my weapon. I'm going to grind because we got a Savage has an accuracy cap and can be pretty strict. I'm going to grind. I'm going to start grinding doors. I'm going to grind doors Alexander here. So pretty much grind them. Look, I can safely say, or I could just add my accuracy material, but I wouldn't do that. So I'm pretty much going to grind them and trying to get up the accuracy cap, because there is more material out there. The good news is there's more opportunity for 5-star materials easier to get. Easier to get material, so I do Palace of Dead, and I might grind for this. A lot easier. Now, the next topic and I do have part of over the past few days, just after I beat the Alexander, is I actually trying to take on. It's all started when I take on. And it is part of Wayfinder, which Wayfinder does not work well, by the way. I did a few attempts with Zephyr. Oh, he is weird. He's actually a pain, actually. I actually tried a few times, got to the last phase, but couldn't beat him. Just wasn't skillful enough. Yet. But I beat him eventually. I then practiced for her. It actually wasn't bad at him. This one would go a little bit better, but still lost. And after I got beaten by her, I tried to fight her again, but as practice one. But I couldn't get. I tried to set up my party finder. I try Wayfinder, by the way. It doesn't work well. Doesn't really work. I try using party finder, and but unfortunately, the part with party finder, there's a lot of them say farm. That means bird farm. It's bird farm in this case. You can get a bird mount for this if you're extremely lucky. And it's a high DBS, high damage, high DBS care before the first. I don't even know what the first jump is now. But look, in other words, they're just being very serious and they just want to kill her ASAP. Like serious gameplay. It's just not really practice. I haven't seen much practice for it. The only pretty much practice is Soviet. So I didn't get chance to practice on it and or excel my skill against those primal. If I have got enough practice over the past few days, well, I will probably still lose the Zephyr. I will still, well, if I still got enough practice, I'll probably still lose to him or White. I'll probably still fail, but I will actually enjoy it more, and I will have be a lot better in fighting him anyway. And I will be a lot better at it. And I will fight him more time, and I will go further, make progress. I will push it. I will make progress on him. But no, the practice doesn't come, and the best I did is I got in the third phase, and I pretty much got in the third phase. Only survived about 4 mechanic during the third phase. That's all. She wasn't too bad, actually. I got to third phase, survived longer than him. If I got enough practice into her, and if I have fought her about 5 more times, then perhaps I would have actually beat her already. I will already beat her, actually already, even without the accuracy cap. She will already be beaten. And this is why, I need accuracy cap for that, and that can be a pain. And pretty much the only thing to get accuracy cap is, which I hate doing this, I have to use material. In order to get the accuracy up, I have to use material. I have to waste material on it. I'm not gonna waste on this. And I'm gonna use material on the gear that I gave for Alexander. So I pretty much grind. How long is this? Alright, 15 minutes. So I'm gonna grind those 4 Alexander. I'm gonna grind this 4 here for my Alexander gear. I'm gonna grind them, and then I'm gonna melt those material because I think I'm gonna use Alexander for as pretty much grind, pretty much power up. It's pretty much for the hardcore stuff, and where I need accuracy. And I use for my tank. So I'm gonna grind those, and that is gonna be off screen because I already showed them and beaten, or not gonna grind them. Get my weekly care, and I do that. But all at the same time is I'm going to set up. This is my new linkshell. I already got 4 people, so I'm gonna work on that, and therefore improve the chance of practice. Now there is the cross, so I was going to think about creating another character, you know, going to start my venture anew on a different place, see what it's like. But crossover is coming pretty soon. But I think I'm going to create a different character on a different data center. Not Japanese anyway. You know, to increase my option. Pretty much increase my option. Maybe I'll go to North America one. Increase my option. Anyway. Yeah. And that's all I have to say, and hopefully when time comes I get more practice. I practice a bit more, and hopefully I gain more respect in this game and become a much better player. And hopefully, and I should get past the Alexander Savage because it's well worth it. It's harder than Zephyr and harder than it be well water, and it really get my confidence up, and I know I can, if I can beat that one. I put it this way, viewers. I put it this way. Let's put it this way, okay? If I'm gonna say this, okay? Or I need to grind them as well. I'll put it this way. If I can beat those, if I can beat those 4, if I can beat this 4, I can safely say I can beat this. I don't know about him now. Yeah, although I don't know about this guy, I can safely assume I am capable of beating him. Yeah, I beat him alright. I'm beating her. And I can pretty much safely assume I'd be capable of beating any of this tribe. Maybe except this. Maybe except this. And maybe this too. Plus, I pretty much would be capable of doing the final Koi Bahama. Think. So, well, water. That is my goal right now. And of course, I'm going to study the video for all the Savage and see how it goes. I need to do. Unfortunately, this Savage here, I can't find much failure. And what's different, so I need to work on that. 18. I was about to say. Or to say, the practice is hard to come by, and that is why I'm creating that link share. So, if anyone interesting, my server is Phenoix. I just put this down. Sorry, my speech is pretty bad, so I put. This is the server I add. So if you play this game and you want to start this game, but you want to practice doing the hardcore, you might want to come to Phenoix servers and just go through the stories, and once you get right to the end, you might consider joining Gryff-User. And that's pretty much it. And also, over time, eventually, throughout the episode, I'm going to create a little bit of challenge, where I'm going to challenge people to do, for example, I'm going to challenge you, I'm going to challenge, so you can join, and we form a party of 8, and we're going to chat, and our challenge is, well, first challenge actually is, we do this mission, and we beat ultimate weapon. And if we can do this, I'm going to create a challenge, and at some point in the video, not right now, and is beat this one synced. It had to be synced, by the way. And if you manage to beat him, you're on some gear, and we improve our skill at the same time, and you do that, and I pay out some gear. You get paid on this. I pay you gear for completing it. If you fail, however, I still pay you gear, but not as much. I explain that more later on. Alright, that is all for this video, viewers. I hope you enjoyed the video. And that was the first episode of that was the episode 247 of Final Fantasy XIV. I see you in the next episode, which is episode 248. And I see you, and we'll be back to no commentary again. I see you in sorry. Next episode, I see you in Primal. Okay, that would be the place to go. So I see you in next episode. That's where the next episode starts. That's where the palettes are going to happen. Now, by the way, the new content I'm going to show you. Be sure, before you do the new content, be sure you complete all the mission related to the palettes that did before the update 3.4. So be sure you complete level 50 and beat the boss. Be sure you complete floor 50 and beat the boss. And also do the mission Nightmare End before you even consider before moving on to the next episode I'm going to do. This is Gryff-User signing off. I see you next episode.